Hey YouTube, so welcome. This is going to be part 4 of my tutorial on how to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube using the beginner's method. Now, when I'm explaining this next part, a lot of the videos you'll watch will just show you a basic algorithm to make this work, but I like to explain what's happening with this part of solving the Rubik's Cube. So the next part we're going to solve is to get from here with your white cross that we solved in the last video to here, where we have the 4 corner pieces filled in with white facing up, so that you have this entire face, this entire layer is solved because this face is all white and these line up with their solid colors around the cube. And it lines up with its corresponding face. Red with the 3 reds, whites lined up. Same way all the way around the cube. Okay? So now I'm going to show you how to get to this from this. So the first thing I'm going to look for is I'm going to look for a corner piece that has white in it. And I'm going to look for it in the bottom layer. So this is my top layer, and this is my bottom layer again. And I'm going to look for a corner piece in the bottom layer that has white in it. So here's one. And this is the blue, orange, white corner piece. So I'm going to place it directly beneath where it needs to go, which is in between the blue, orange, and white faces. And again, I know those are the right faces because of the centerpieces, the orange, blue, and white centerpieces. So this piece is going to have to be the orange, blue, white corner piece. So if it needs to go here, I'm going to place it directly beneath it here. Then what I'm going to do, and I'm going to try to show you this as best as I can, is I'm going to bring this piece, which is in the wrong position, and I don't really care about it, I'm going to bring this piece into the bottom layer. At the same time as I bring this piece into the bottom layer, the piece of interest that I'm trying to get up here is also going to stay in the bottom layer. So I'll show you basically real quick what I meant by that. This piece is going to come down into the bottom layer. Here it comes. This is going to go here, down to the bottom layer. And at the same time as I do that, this piece over here is going to move back here. Here it is. It's still in the bottom layer. So this piece is now in the bottom layer, and so is this. Now I'm going to kick this piece out and rotate this piece into this piece's position. Once I've done that, I'm then going to rotate this back up, which is going to solve the first segment of my corners. The orange and the orange, the blue and the blue, and this is in the right position. Thumbs up. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so let me set up another case here. So for this case, the way I've set it up, here you go. So let's look for the white, green, red corner piece. That needs to go here. You can see that that's not the correct piece. So I'm going to look on the bottom layer until I find the white, green, red corner piece. So let's look around the cube, and here it is. White, green, and red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this until it's directly underneath where it needs to go, because this piece needs to go up here, in between the white, green, and red. So here it is. Now I'm going to bring this piece into the bottom layer, again, remember, by rotating this, which is going to rotate this piece back here, so that this is now in the bottom layer, and so is this. Watch my fingers. They're both in the bottom layer. Now I'm going to rotate this back piece into this piece's position and kick this piece out. So here it comes. Now last time we did that, it was really cool because the white lined up with the white. If you'll notice now, the white's on the bottom though. So if I were to rotate this back into position, it would be in the right place, but it'd be in the incorrect orientation. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this past, and then I'm going to fix my cross. Now the piece of interest is over here, the white, green, red. So I'm going to rotate it again back underneath where it needs to go. It needs to go here. And I'm going to continue to do this until I get it in the correct orientation. So I'm going to bring this piece down, which is going to move both of these pieces into the bottom layer. I'm then going to kick this piece. I'm then going to kick this piece out and replace it with my piece of interest. It's not lined up, so I'm going to go past. I'm going to restore my cross. I'm going to take my piece of interest again and rotate it underneath where it needs to go. I'm going to bring the bad piece that I don't want down here into the bottom layer again. This is repeating the same process. I'm going to bring it down into the bottom layer again, which, remember, this is my piece of interest now, the white, green, red. They're both going to be in the bottom layer. I'm going to kick this piece out and bring this piece into position. This time the white's lined up with the white. I've flipped the orientation of my cube. So now that I've flipped the orientation of my cube, I can rotate this back into position. White is facing up, green's lined up with green, and red's lined up with red. Thumbs up. We got two of the pieces done. So let's look for another one. I'm again going to look in the bottom layer, and if you'll notice, you can see one right there. This is the green, orange, white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate it underneath the white, green, orange. So it needs to go, sorry, hold on, where is it? It needs to go right here, underneath this piece where it's going to change out, because it's the white, green, white, orange, green. So this needs to be the white, orange, green corner. So I'm going to place the white, orange, green corner directly underneath. Then I'm going to bring this into the, then I'm going to bring this into the bottom layer, moving this and keeping this in the bottom layer, but out of position. Then I'm going to take this piece and kick out this piece. If you'll notice, that lines up, so I'm going to fix it, and that's 3 by 3. The last piece that we have here, I'm running out of time, I think. I don't know exactly how long the video's been, but I'll show you in the next video. So this will be continued.